The city that forgot yesterday. The first sign was an empty notebook that wasn't blank, but erased, as if the words had never existed. Daniel Harper closed it carefully, certain he had written something there only hours before. He knew this because the ink still smelled fresh, even though the pages were clean. Outside, the city woke up, with people walking, cars moving, and screens glowing like any other day. Everything looked normal, almost aggressively normal. Daniel entered his usual coffee shop, and the barista smiled, asking for the usual. When Daniel nodded, she hesitated and asked what that was supposed to be. He told her he came every day, but she laughed nervously and asked if they knew each other. The chalkboard behind the counter was empty, with no smudges or signs it had ever been written on. Daniel checked his phone and saw his photo gallery full of memories without dates. Trips, birthdays, family moments existed, but none were anchored in time. His messages were stranger, every conversation starting with, "Are you still there?" and no replies. The digital calendar showed today's date clearly, but there was no yesterday listed anywhere. There was no day before today, only the present repeating itself. Outside, a newspaper rolled across the sidewalk with a headline reading, "Today is a new beginning." There was no article beneath the headline, just blank space. At work, Daniel's co-workers typed quietly, never speaking about past tasks or projects. When Daniel asked what they had done yesterday, someone said they worked, but couldn't say on what. Daniel began writing notes to himself, stating his name and what he had observed. Hours later, when he checked the notes, the pages were completely blank. Security cameras throughout the building showed only live footage, with no saved recordings. That night, Daniel dreamed vividly, but when he woke up, the details slipped away instantly. At the library, he found books with no introductions and no historical context. Every book began at chapter 1, as if nothing had come before. An old man leaned close and whispered that Daniel should never write about yesterday. Daniel started noticing people repeating the same gestures and phrases throughout the day. Laughter sounded, rehearsed, and conversations reset as if on a loop. He felt like the only person aware something was wrong. On a bridge, he noticed faded graffiti that read, "Remember, before IT disappears." That night, Daniel recorded an audio message telling himself to trust his instincts. The next morning, the recording was still there, but he didn't remember making it. His own voice sounded frightened and distant, like a stranger. Daniel followed subtle clues across the city, from symbols to misplaced objects. In an abandoned building, he discovered a massive mural of people walking in endless circles. Above the figures, words were painted clearly. "The city feeds on yesterday." A woman named Emma was waiting there and asked if Daniel remembered too. She explained that every night the city erased the previous day by design. It wasn't a malfunction, but a system meant to eliminate pain and conflict. Emma said memories created guilt, regret, and resistance. When Daniel asked who decided this, she pointed to the ground beneath them. She said the city itself had learned to erase the past. Daniel felt fear when he asked what would happen if everyone forgot forever. Emma answered that the city would win completely. She handed Daniel a notebook that she claimed could not be erased. Daniel filled it with everything he knew, every doubt and discovery. The next morning, the notebook remained full, but Emma was gone. No one in the city remembered her name or face. New graffiti appeared overnight, reading, "One remembers for all." Daniel realized his purpose was not to escape, but to endure. Each day, he would write and remember, even if no one else could. He understood that memory itself had become an act of rebellion. As long as one person remembered, yesterday still existed. The city continued pretending nothing was wrong, but it had not won. Not yet.